Mila, it's your mother. I need you to send me some money right away. How soon can you get to the bank? What? What's going on, Mom? What do you need money for? I don't have time to play 20 questions with you. I need you to wire $10,000 into my bank account before this evening. I'm sick. That's all the explanation you need. You have that kind of cash on hand, don't you? No, Mom, I do not have $10,000 on hand, not even close. I'm actually stretched pretty thin right now, and what's this about you being sick? Are you all right? What happened? Stretched thin? Oh, give me a break. You're not stretched at all. Can't you be a decent daughter for once in your life and help out your parents when they need you? You've never given us any money before. Hold it right there. Excuse me? What happened to all the money I've given you up until now? Nonsense. We've never gotten anything from you. Your brother Heath, however, sends us money every single month. If he can afford to send us money every month, then I know that you've been holding back on us. Now stop this nonsensical charade and send us the money now. I already told you I can't put together that much in a single afternoon. And besides, I've been sending you money every month. What is the matter with you? Why would you tell me such a ridiculous lie? All I need to know you've never sent anything is to look at my bank account. Go to the bank and send me the money immediately. We need to go to the doctor. Between your health insurance and the money I've sent you up until now, I don't see why you would need that much money all of a sudden. I'm sorry, Mom, but I can't send you any more than I already have. How many times are you going to tell that same lie? Are you talking about the $20 from the other day? $20? What $20? Your brother handed us an envelope when he came by to see us the other day. He said it was from you and there was a $20 bill inside. That's so bizarre. Heath gave you $20 and said it was from me? This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have to make sense. Just send the money. Your father needs an operation and it's going to cost $30,000. If you keep us waiting any longer, though, he might not need it after all, because he'll be dead. Wait, that's not what you said earlier. You said you were sick and that you needed $10,000. Are you saying that you recovered, but Dad came down with an even more serious condition in the last minute? Stop nitpicking every statement and do as you're told, you insolent little girl. You should really take a page out of your younger brother's book. Heath is a respectable young man who knows how to show he loves and respects his parents. He's sending us $2,000. Did you know that? But apparently we're only worth a measly $20 to you. It's so insulting. I had half a mind to burn that $20 bill on the spot. What the? I am the one who's been sending you $2,000 a month. That wasn't Heath. You're still sticking to that story? All right, let's see if you're being honest with me. Don't send your payment next month. Heath always sends us money on the first day of the month. If the first day of next month goes by and the money hasn't been transferred into our account, then we'll know you're telling the truth. But I know the money will be deposited into my account on time because you are lying and Heath is sending us that money. What happened to you, Mom? You never used to be this angry and distrusting of me. And you never used to tell me such deplorable lies. To think the girl I worked so hard to raise grew up to be such a selfish, dishonest question. Mom tells me that you've been sending her money every month. $2,000, in fact. Do you know something about that?
Nope. Can't say that I do. It's really weird that she would think that.
Uh-huh. Look, let's just cut right to the chase, Heath. I know that it was you. I was sending that money to Mom and Dad each month because I heard that they were late on their mortgage payments. I didn't want them to lose the house that we were born in, so I figured I'd help them out. I don't think I need to tell you that $2,000 a month is not a small amount of money.
I don't know why you're talking to me about all of this. I told you, I don't know why Mom and Dad think I'm the one sending them that money.
Would you stop lying already? Your lies might be able to fool everyone else in your life, but you should know they're not going to work on me. Which means you also knew that I'd find out about this newest lie eventually.
Oh, come on, Mila. Can you really blame me? I was hard up for cash. The only way for me to get by these days is to borrow money from Mom and Dad.
What? What did you just say? You're borrowing money from our parents?
I sure am, but trust me, I'll pay it all back.
Yeah, sure you will.
A while back, I could sense their willingness to extend my line of credit was waning, so I had to find some way to grease the wheels a bit. I told her I would give them some of the money back the next month. And just when I was thinking of an excuse to not pay her, she messages me and thanks me for the $2,000 I sent her. I knew it was you and that they'd never believe you if you said anything, so I took credit for it.
I don't believe you. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but really? Taking credit for the money I send them to get them to lend you more money?
I know, aren't I a genius? So yeah, if you're thinking about how to convince her that it's your money, don't waste your time. She's bought my story, hook, line, and sinker.
What makes you so sure about that?
Because I'm now 25 years into the most elaborate long con in the history of mankind. I've been doing the good little boy act for my entire life. Meanwhile, you were the typical rebellious teenager, always talking back to mom and dad, complaining about their rules, blah, blah, blah. You should have played your hand better. Being a girl, you always had a better chance at getting spoiled by them. But you just couldn't keep your mouth shut, and now it's coming back to bite you in the end. You're such an idiot.
I'd rather be an idiot than pure evil like you. What you're doing is practically theft, fraud at the very least. Don't you feel bad about what you're doing?
And why should I? If you're still sending the money, that must mean you're making enough to live without the extra $2,000. So what's the problem? Besides, you're my older sister. Don't you feel like doing something to help out your little brother?
My God, Heath, when did you become such a sociopathic jerk?
Call me what you want, Mila. I can take it. You should be thanking me, though. I'm giving you a free lesson in how to take advantage of the suckers in your life.
I don't need lessons in lying, Heath. I can get by just fine without being a filthy, rotten liar.
Apparently you do, because look at the scoreboard, Mila. It says me 1, you nothing. I win, you lose. Ultimately, that's all that matters in life.
What a miserable, childish way to look at the world.
It was miserable. I'm loving how much money Mom and Dad had given me.
Mom, did you see the screenshots I sent you of my conversation with Heath? I know it must hurt to see that you've been deceived, but that's who he really is. The $2,000 a month that you've been getting was from me. Heath just took credit for it so you would give him money. It does hurt indeed, Mila. To think my own child would lie to me. How could you? Wait, what? You faked an entire conversation with Heath in order to take credit for the money he's sending us? You think I generated a fake text conversation with him in the last 15 minutes? You can fake anything with a computer these days. Why would you go so far to hurt your brother? Didn't you pick on him enough when you were children? I never picked on him. He just ran crying to you and said I was picking on him whenever he did something to me. Let's say for a moment that I believed you and that Heath really is lying to me. You know what that makes you? A sad, sorry little tattletale. You've got to be kidding me. That's beside the point. I know that you're lying and Heath is telling the truth. What makes you think that, Mom? Honestly. He comes to visit us all the time, sometimes even a few times a week. Meanwhile, you never visit us. It's obvious that he loves us far more than you. What's obvious is that he's only visiting you because he wants your money. Don't you see that? Nonsense, he's never asked us for a single cent. He just wants someone to talk to. You have no idea the hardships that boy is going through. His apartment's been broken into 10 times this last year, and you wouldn't believe how many of his friends have needed emergency medical treatments lately. So you just give him money when he tells you these sob stories? He's paying us back, isn't he? That's why he's giving us $2,000 a month. I'm the one who's sending that money. Are we really going to go through this again? I told you if you want to prove it's you, then don't send next month's installment. Okay, have it your way. But don't even think about complaining to me the next time you need money. I won't complain to you because my boy Heath is going to send his payments on time like he does every month. What did I do to deserve having such a horrible child as you? Unreal. What's unreal is that you're still lying to me even after all your lies have been exposed. When I prove that you're lying about the $2,000 next month, I don't ever want to hear from you again. Mila, it's the strangest thing. The first of the month has come and gone, but we still haven't gotten the money in our account. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's actually slightly possible that you were telling the truth. Slightly? Possible? This confirms it! I told you time and time again that I was the one who was sending you $2,000 a month. Heath was just taking credit for what I was doing. And why did he do that? Because he wanted you to keep giving him more and more money. It's time to face facts. But it doesn't make any sense. Why would Heath do such a thing like that? I have an incredibly hard time believing it. As difficult as it may be to accept, it's the truth. You told me not to send the next payment because that would prove whether or not I was telling the truth. And what happened? The money didn't come. This is proof positive that Heath was lying. Well, in any case, we need you to start the payments back up again, right away. We were counting on that money to arrive on time. I'm never sending you another dime. What? But why not? You've been fine with doing it up until now, haven't you? Tell me, Mom, have there been any events in the last month or so that might have had an impact on my willingness to support you financially? Anything ring a bell? Seriously, what did you think was going to happen? It's not a simple thing to live with $2,000 less per month in income. That was a real sacrifice that I made to keep the family home in your hands. But not only didn't you believe me when I told you it was me, you insulted me. I don't feel any compulsion to help someone who would treat me like that. You can't just turn me down like this. Don't you care what happens to your own parents? We don't have any money. We're broke. What do most adults do when they need money? They get a job. You're not so old that you can't work part-time or something, so take care of yourselves. How dare you? That does it. I don't know how you pulled it off, but you must have found some way to keep Heath's money from getting into our account. Are you kidding me? Now you're just straight up delusional. I'm more clear-eyed than I've ever been about you. You expect your parents to fend for themselves, you filthy, vile, ungrateful child. I want nothing to do with you ever again. From this day forward, I only have one child. Heath is all we need. He is going to suck you dry, you know. I can't believe this. Your sister, or should I say former sister, is an absolute monster.
I totally get what you mean, Mom. She's the worst child a parent could ask for.
And she's hideously ugly. I wish I'd never given birth to her.
Whoa there, Mom. Don't you think that's going a little too far?
What? How so?
What Mila did is absolutely unforgivable, I know. But she must have had some reason for doing it. I have no idea what that reason may be, but if she was willing to stoop so low, it must have been serious. It's uncalled for to wish she had never been born.
I'm so sorry, Heath. You're absolutely right. You're such a good boy, so kind and forgiving. I'm proud to call you my son.
And I'm proud to call you my mom.
If I may be so bold, though, can I ask you about this month's money?
What about it?
I was just wondering why you didn't send the money on the first, like you always do. I know that Mila was lying and that you were the one supporting us, but it's almost eerie how it happened just as she said it would.
Oh, yeah, that. Gosh, I'm really sorry, Mom. I messed up big time. It's a long story. How about I come over to explain? I'll pick you up a nice present on my way over.
A gift? Oh, Heath, you're such a good boy. We don't need any gift from you. Just having you over is all the gift we could ask for.
No, I insist. Parents as good as you deserve nothing but the best.
Mila, what did you do with Heath? Oh no, what is it now? Don't play dumb with me. We haven't heard anything from Heath in days. Ever since he came over to the house last week, it's been complete radio silence. He told us he was going to send this month's money soon, but he never made the payment and never contacted us after that. Did you kidnap him? Tell me you're not being serious. What would I have to gain from kidnapping him? Did you think I was going to demand a ransom payment from parents who are so poor they can't make ends meet without taking money from me? If he's not with you, then where is he? He promised he would send us more money. There's no way he would say that and simply disappear. This was the inevitable outcome, and you would have seen it coming if you had simply believed me for once instead of him. By the way, did you give him money the last time you saw him? Well, yes. He came to visit us and even brought a gift. How can we send him home empty-handed after that? You gave him money? What money? You have no money. That's why you were demanding money from me. Yes, and thanks to your stinginess, we're now heavily in debt. No way. You actually took out a loan in order to give Heath money? Why would you do that? What exactly do you get in return for all this hermetic generosity? We don't want or need anything in return. He's our son. Family doesn't expect favors, not that you would understand. You're the one who lied about sending us money in order to earn our favor. And what was the gift that he brought? It was a box of fancy chocolates. He said he picked it up from a new specialty store that popped up in the mall. It was made in Switzerland, and the store is their only importer in the country. Isn't he a wonderful boy? That must have cost him an arm and a leg. Let me see these fancy chocolates. You want a picture? Fine. Hold on. Mom, you can buy those chocolates at any supermarket in a 50-mile radius. Oh, for goodness sake, Mila! Now you're lying about chocolates to try and hurt your brother? Just how much do you hate Heath anyway? He said they were fancy Swiss chocolate, right? And that they're only imported by that one shop? What if I were to prove that they're actually cheap and available anywhere? Would you believe me then? They are fancy and they are hard to get. Heath wouldn't lie about that. But if somehow you could prove it to me, then sure, I would believe you. All right, here goes. The name on the box is Faxendale Chocolates, right? Search for that name on the internet. What a waste of time this is. All right, give me a moment. What is this? I take it you found the chocolate company's website? If you go to the products list, you'll see that very box of chocolates he gave you retails for $9.99. Now do you believe me? No! This is a fake website that you made in order to back up your lies. Heath would never lie to me. My God in heaven, Mom. Okay, I think there's only one way to do this so that you'll believe me. There are, I believe, 10 supermarkets within a 10-minute drive of your house, right? Pick one, go to it, and ask an employee for those chocolates. If they don't have it, then I'll send you $2,000. But if they do have it, then you will, once and for all, admit that Heath was lying to you this whole time. I live an hour away from you, and I couldn't possibly do anything between now and the time you get to a store to try and trick you. Well, Mom, what do you say? All right, you've got a deal. I'll be back shortly. The supermarket I went to had the box of chocolates Heath gave me. And they were $9.99, like you said. You were right. God, that is satisfying to hear. But as skilled of a liar as Heath is, he must have known this was his weakest lie yet. He must have been desperate. I bet his plan was to just fool you long enough for him to get out of town. By the time you realized he lied about the chocolates, he would be long gone. Now the important part. How much money did you give him? $30,000? What? $30,000? You took out a loan for $30,000 and gave all the money to Heath? But he said he was going to pay it all back. I haven't been able to contact him yet, but he must be busy with work or something. I'm sure he'll call me soon enough to clear things up. Don't you get it, Mom? Heath has been telling you nothing but lies for as long as he's been able to speak. He finally realized he had taken everything he could possibly take from you and is now gone. He is never going to contact you, and he is never going to come back. Please, Mila, you've got to help us. You were right about Heath. He had the two of us completely brainwashed. We're so sorry for the things we've done and said to you. Won't you please forgive us? And once I forgive you, you're going to ask me for money, aren't you? If you don't give us the $2,000 for this month, then we won't be able to live. Please send us money. I'm cutting you off, Mom. I'm not happy about my childhood home being sold, but it is what it is. After this conversation is over, I am blocking your number. I never want to speak to you again. Wait, Mila, you don't understand. Our lives are in grave danger. What do you mean? Being $30,000 in debt isn't going to kill you. It'll suck, but you can work it off in a few years. We're not $30,000 in debt. We're $200,000 in debt. Oh my God. Okay, Heath is evil for what he's done to you, but $200,000? That is your fault for being a couple of idiots. And it's not my problem, so I'm blocking you now. Wait, I'm not finished. We're getting harassed night and day by people coming to collect on our loan. Yeah, that's what a collections agency does. These people aren't from a collection agency. They're much, much more dangerous. Go on. A while ago, Heath needed a rather large amount of money from us, but we had so many outstanding loans that no normal banks would lend to us. He told us he knew a company that could help people like us. He told us that we could trust them, but now they're threatening to harm us unless we start making payments. We had to put up the house as collateral on the loan, so they're threatening to take that too. I underestimated Heath. I just thought he was a good liar and an amoral sociopath. But now I see that he's just plain evil, the scum of the earth. But be that as it may, I'm still not interested in helping you. You're the ones who chose to walk down this path, and now you can live with the consequences. Mila, no, please. We're your parents, Mila, your family. You can't abandon us. It's precisely because you're my family that I'm so furious at you right now. Ugh. Why did I have to be born the daughter of the two dumbest people in the world?
God's sake, Mila, why did you do this to me? You actually reported me to the cops?
I had no other choice when I found out just how dirty the company you work for is. It's an obvious criminal enterprise that takes advantage of stupid and trusting people. Everyone at that company, including you, needs to face consequences.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What makes you think I work for any sort of allegedly criminal enterprise?
How do you think? Mom told me the whole story. You had managed to con our parents out of all their savings, but that wasn't enough for you. So you coerced them into taking out a bunch of loans. Then, when they exhausted all their legal options, you referred them to your little outfit. There aren't enough words in the English language to describe how sadistically evil you are, Heath. You actually put your parents' lives in jeopardy just so you could get a little more money out of them.
That idiot! What was she thinking telling you about the loans? I told her not to tell anyone. God damn it. Oh well, let the police investigate all they want. I'm not concerned.
Oh yeah, and why would that be?
Because I'm not connected to whatever that company's doing. All I knew is that our parents needed a loan, and that company gives out loans. Is it a crime to tell somebody about a business I happen to know about? I'm just as shocked as you are to find out they're corrupt.
Uh-huh. That's odd, though. If you're not connected with them, then how do you explain this?
Mila, how did you get that?
The list of people who you personally referred to your operation for loans. It took some work, but I was able to compile a pretty exhaustive list. You had threatened most of them into silence with some sort of blackmail, but I was able to convince every single person on this list to go to the police.
That's
Very bad news for you, I know. You're not going to be able to sweet-talk your way out of this one.
How did you find all of them? That's not just a general list of people who took loans, it's a specific list of people I scouted. I made sure to cover my tracks. I have incriminating information on each and every one of those people. They knew what would happen if they told anyone about me or the company.
To be honest, you're right. Your cover-up was incredibly thorough. But here's the thing, Mom and Dad didn't actually tell me where they got the loan from. I waited until one of the debt collectors came by to threaten them, then followed him back to his office. The building he went to was a nice and new-looking building in a pretty run-down area, so I knew something had to be up. I looked up the website for the company, but it was really, weird. Like it didn't even have a specific description of what the company does. So I looked up who the owner of the domain was.
Wait! Oh, God. Oh, my God, no.
That's right, Heath. The email to which the site was registered. It was the email address that you have used since you were in elementary school. The one that you used to send me all those threatening and insulting emails from. Did you forget about that? Because I sure didn't.
How? How could I have made such a stupid mistake? I didn't think that email account was traceable to me. I completely forgot that I was writing you emails while pretending to be that guy you had a crush on.
You're done for, Heath.
Why, though? Why would you go so far just to get back at me? You had to know you were taking a huge risk when you followed that guy back to the office.
And even if I got caught, I wouldn't have any regrets. I had to make you pay, no matter the cost. You did nothing but lie your entire life. Those lies hurt me and countless others around you, even our parents. I will never forgive you for that.
You little stuck-up, self-righteous, sanctimonious... You think you're better than me, huh? Do you want me to congratulate you on getting by in life while working hard as a good little corporate drone? Well, screw you! What's so bad about tricking a bunch of dumb people out of money anyway? If they'd been smart like me, they wouldn't have been fooled in the first place. Survival of the fittest, Mila. Only the strongest and smartest survive.
You registered your criminal organization's front company website using an email account you've had since you were a kid. I don't think you're in any position to consider yourself one of the smartest people out there. Police investigation into Heath's criminal organization went smoothly, and there were dozens of arrests made, including Heath. He was charged with a list of crimes that was longer than a shopping list for a mother of 5. The charges included wire fraud, theft, racketeering, blackmail, extortion, and much, much more. He was found guilty at trial and given a lengthy prison sentence. Everyone that knew Heath personally was under the impression that he was a kind young man. Once the news got out about his trial, there were a lot of people left scratching their heads, wondering why such a good kid would do something so bad. I have to hand it to him, he's a phenomenal liar. But the mask is off now. When he gets out of prison in a dozen years or so, he's going to have a difficult time finding anyone from his past to help him out. As for my parents, the loan they got from Heath's group was illegal, so they had no duty to repay it. However, they still had to pay back all their legitimate loans, which totaled around $100,000. They lost their house and are currently still homeless. Meanwhile, I moved to a new town and started a new life. I think the most important thing I took away from this ordeal was the importance of living honestly. If I don't do anything underhanded or dishonest, I won't need to worry about covering my tracks. And I won't have to worry about an email account named Big Farts 1 landing me in federal prison.